Alright, fellas, we're back. A new season of Supercoach has started. Doing this the first day, second take at the recording, because OBS decided to cut out the mic midway through. We'll go through the team. I haven't built it yet. We'll do it live. Let's just get into it. Pretty hyped for this season. I think there's a lot going for it. You know, just the fact that last year was so scuffed overall. Again, normal name. Big Tasty's Ballers. That's just generic. I'm not good with names, alright? I need something that I can remember. Team I support West Coast, and I'm tempted to press beginner because I think they give you stuff, don't they? Like you get to see averages or something, or predictions. But fine, I'll do that. Even though did I break top 20 last year? I think so. I think I had top 17%, something like that. Let's go. Any day now. If this takes too long, I'll cut. Don't worry. Alright, so we're finally in. That took a minute. I thought it would be a bit faster. But yeah, this is the UI for this year. Not much has changed. I don't know if this is real or if it's just me seeing it differently. The screen, the field fits the screen properly now. Last year it didn't, that you had to scroll to try to get it. This year it does fit the screen. It could just be me playing on my screen. I don't know if that actually is it. Probably is, to be honest. But anyway, who do I pick? Number 1. I think this is a pretty obvious pick. He's probably my third favorite player in the AFL all in all, and someone I think everyone should have in their team this year. No matter what you're trying to do, you should have him in your team, and that's a Ruckmen, and that's Max Gawn. Yeah, I'm not even playing around. Grundy is probably still my overall favorite player in the AFL. Don't ask why, it's just a thing. Gawn is just a step above everyone here. 2 years ago, Grundy was the same level, but man, Gawn's just he's the epitome of the meme built different. And yes, I also picked Grundy. That's not okay, you know what, I'll do it in order to show who's important players. Alright, Gawn, pick 1. Pick 2 is a midfielder, and it is obvious. Now, I've seen some people aren't starting him, so I'm not going to say he's 100% must start, but he's 99.9% chance must start. All right, you need, honestly, just start him. It's a lot to pay, but just do it. He does have Sydney, but do you really want to miss out on 180, 150 as a first 3, which is, it's possible. Just because he scored bad against them last year doesn't mean it's happening again. What is it, Clark or something that tags for Sydney? Just start him. 91% ownership. Look, most people are listening. Just start him. Just do it. Make room in your team to start Lockyer. Pick number 3. I'll just do. Should I do top 5? Yeah, I'll do top 5. Nah, I'll just do 3. Whatever. I can't be bothered doing this the whole way through. Pick number 3 is a defender, and it's Jake Lloyd. Personally, first draft of the team didn't have him, but after multiple years of not starting him and having to pull some magic to get him in, I'm not doing that again. Not again. It's stressful. You lose a lot of games. You lose a lot of rank. Just start Jake Lloyd. He's the best defender here by a mile. He's it's not even close. I'd say the next best is Whitfield. I'd say Whitfield is better than Laird and Ryan, but it's just, Lloyd's up here and everyone else is down here. It's crazy how good he is. A lot of it is Sydney kick it to him because there's no one else to kick to, but he uses the ball good. He takes kick-ins good. He doesn't make many errors. Just start him. Now, aside from that, we'll just go and fill out the team. We'll pick a forward just so it's 1 per. My number 1 forward, it's not really. It's just his price is the highest, therefore he's number one, is still side bottom. With the exodus of Adam Treloar, I think there's a good chance that side bottom moves into midfield, like mainly midfield, instead of playing a lot of forward he did last year. I think that's more Adams is going, not Adams so much, but I don't know. Their forward situation is going to be weird. Remember, this is all pre-JLT, so it is only one game. I wish it was two, but I understand the AFL's reasoning for not doing two. That's fine. I wish it was two just to see some players and make sure like that is their position. But anyway, do we just go this way? Screw it. You know who I'm picking for the second ruck. Brodie Grundy. I'm convinced last year he was injured. I'm not really taking any like counter to that argument. I think he was actually just hurt last year. He put up some stinker scores last year. Like there was a couple of 70s in there. I wish I had it up. I really should have. But he had some bad scores last year, and he wasn't really captainable last year. Or vice captain. I don't know. It was a weird year, but I do expect him to bounce back this year. Of course, their midfield's worse. Treloar, I know Collingwood fans will make the meme of his disposal efficiency isn't good, but when you have a good player, and Adam Treloar is a good player, when you lose that, you get worse. It's just how sports works, right? And then the guy for the, you just chuck him in, loophole. I'm going with Tracy, but it could really be any of these guys. I haven't paid super close attention to who has more Sunday games, but I mean, it should be Freo, right? Why would they put Geelong on Sunday? Geelong's like the hottest team this year with Cameron and stuff like that, right? I see. I know I have to look at the schedule, right? I'll have a look later. We'll go with the defenders first. I think defense is one of the easier positions to pick because there's a lot of options, but there's a lot of I know not to pick that player, right? You go down here, don't pick. I guess you could pick Salem, to be honest, but I don't know. Don't start Salem. Not 0%. Just don't start Salem. Just don't start anyone down here. I guess you could. How much is Williamson? Is not that low. There is Zach Williamson. That's Tom Williamson. Zach Williams, 458. This, I'm not doing it currently. I actually do like Zach Williams playing. He's apparently been training with the midfield. That's what I've read in articles, but anyone can say anything online. I don't think it's a bad pick. 68% of people agree it's not a horrible pick, but I think he's very injury prone. I guess you got to take that in consideration, right? But I guess injuries can happen to anyone. Sicily's the second, third, fourth best defender here. He got injured and he's out for the season, almost 99% of the season, right? I think Williams is a good pick. Just be careful with the injury and make sure you have someone in this, in this price range that you'd like in case he gets injured early in the season, which is possible. Say he goes down round 2 and he's done for the season. At least then you have Hooley, Hooley's still good, he's still good. Duday should be getting better this year. He hasn't really regressed. It was just kind of injuries that held him back last year. I think that's a good pick. Lukosius wasn't... I brought him in and he sucked, but he had a pretty good year, to be honest. I don't know. That's... If you're picking Williams, make sure you have a plan B. That's my 2 cents on that matter. But for me, I'll be going with the top 3. Now, the Whitfield... I did say Whitfield is probably the second best defender, but it's kind of just a coin flip between him and Ryan. I literally last night I coin flipped it and it landed on head, so I went for Ryan. So am I going to change it? Probably. Look, it doesn't do much. what is it, 10k difference. It's not that much, right? But yeah, I'm going with them. I think Laird is pretty good lock this year. He's been training in the midfield. His numbers in the midfield are really good, going off last year, and I can't see him getting worse. He'll float back to like playing his halfback role at points, but I don't think he'll be there for extended periods that will ruin his score. But yeah, rest of rookies will go over that like at the end. The midfield, actually, no. They're like the popular players. Let's YouTube this. They're last, right? The forwards. I guess I should have talked about this before, but I didn't first pick Danger because the news is he's still injured. He's flying back and forth from Adelaide seeking treatment for a groin injury or something like that. I don't like starting injured players. Saying that, I do think I'd pick an injured player. Yeah, I do. I have one in my midfield. I know that. But yeah, and last year, like, his average is the highest for a forward, but he can kind of like leave the game not doing anything, and I've had to put up with that for 2 years. I'm fine with bringing him in, but I think Danger's going to have a price drop at the start of the season. I reckon by like round 5 he's going to drop a fair bit. It'll probably be around this range here, 550-ish. I think that's when I'll bring him in. But yeah, the top forwards I'm going with. Now this is interesting. I didn't think his ownership would be this high, but like now that I'm thinking about it, it does make sense why it's this high. I'm going with Marshall and Dunkley. Did I have Dunkley? Remember, I did make this team before, just emptied the team, right? Was it Dunkley? For now, we'll go with Dunkley. If I have to change it, you'll see like a cut edit, right? I think Marshall will play a lot of ruck and forward. Like the forward, the times he goes forward will help his score. Like it will be kick a goal, take a mark type of stuff. But most of the time, like the ruck is where his score will be. And I'm pretty sure I saw an interview where he said he's really worked on the tap work. He said that was like one of his main weaknesses that he saw, and why like Ryder was getting so many ruck minutes over him. He says he's fixed that up, but everyone's going to say that they've worked on something in the off season. That's why they're getting paid. I think Marshall should be really good this year. Ryder's up there, man. He's I don't know how he's still playing. Honestly, I thought he would have retired, but to each your own. I think Marshall is a good pick this year. He could definitely stay around here, 103, but I think he has potential to rise to like 110 average, just because he's a ruck. And what was it, 2 years ago again? Like it was the Grundy Gorn like explosion year where you just captain them every week, which to be honest, that's every year. Marshall was really good. Like he was actually a third option that a lot of people had. Other options here. Actually, I should explain Dunkley, right? I think he gets pushed forward a lot this year, which is why I'm hesitant on picking him. I'm hesitant on picking any Dogs players this year. I think he gets pushed forward a fair bit, but he's a very good player. 104 average, and that was with like a bad year, by his standards at least, right? It's weird, right? Treloar can't play forward, can't kick that accurately. Bont can play forward. He can give you at least a goal, 1 to 2 goals a game. Josh Bruce sucks, should be delisted, but he's still there for some reason. McRae, I think they tried him forward, didn't work. So that gives you Lockie Hunter, who plays wing and goes forward. Like the way he runs around, he moves forward. And then Dunkley. Dunkley's, I hate to say it, but he's actually a pretty good forward. But I don't know. I could very easily change this. Like I like Zorko. I think that he's a good pick. Last year was, I don't know. I guess he's also aging. Every player's aging, but his scores aren't that high. But Neil takes the ball most of the time. I think Zorko's a good option. Dusty is like always good. I'm not starting him just because I think I can get away with not starting him. Watch people clip that, and then he scores 200 round one. Walters, I don't think is a good pick. I think that's actually a trap pick, Walters. Heaney, if he stays healthy, is a good pick. I'll stand by that. I think he gets a lot more mid minutes with Papley being good, with Buddy being good and healthy. Heaney gets a lot of minutes, right? Actually, I'm tempted to start Heaney. We'll see. Yeah, they're the forwards for now, at least, right? Now the midfield, a lot of only 25%. Jack Steele, damn, and Marshall had 77. So I thought like some of the 77 was just St Kilda fans going crazy for him. Guess not. 25%. That's actually interesting. I pick Oliver here, right? And this was my injury player. Brownlow Knight, he had his arm in a sling, which I think they hinted at like it's a shoulder injury and he had to go get surgery on it. From what I've heard, I haven't heard anything about him having like a serious injury, so I think it was just like a maintenance, like body maintenance type of thing, right? I guess he's at full shape, like 100%. If something comes up, I could very easily switch to Steele. And seeing this 25% instead of like I thought this would actually be switched, to be honest. But yeah, it's very easy to switch. Even Petrarca is a good pick here. 1, 2, 3. Can't go wrong with him, honestly. It's just, I think Oliver gets more of the ball than Petrarca does. And he's not as good as a kick, but I guess he's more consistent than Petrarca is, but like it's not big enough that actually matters, right? Number 3, here's where like there's a bit of a price difference, right? Where is he? He really down this far? There he is. Sam Walsh. I think that this is his year that he's going up big. I reckon at the end of this year he'll be in this price range. I reckon he's very Bont-ish, right? You can put up big score, but I don't know, with Cripps, guess like give it up, being the only player that knows how to play football in the whole side. Walsh is coming along pretty good. Everything I've heard, training camp stuff, tells me that he's primed for a breakout year this year. But yeah, I think he's a good pick. And for 543, very, very high chance he hits 600 and something K, 630K is just like a number I'll put out there. I think he's a good pick. I think a lot of people... What was his ownership? That was Dunkley. Where is he there? 22. Alright, so it's not exactly a pod pick, right? But yeah, I stand by this pick. I think Walsh is going to have a good year this year. Better than Cripps. I'm going to say he's going to have a better year than Cripps, but I will say that Cripps at 523k shouldn't be... Like last year, he was injured. Constant shoulder injuries, and he was getting beaten around a lot on the field, right? I think that this year is like his redemption year, if you can put it that way, I guess. But yeah, I think Walsh is going to be like the best Carlton player this year. But anything can change. From here, M4. Who do I have? Yeah, I know who I have. Where is he? There he is. Matt Rowell. I knew this would be high. I knew he'd be one of the highest ownership players. 75%. Alright, last year Rowell was actually special good. He's very likely to be like the next cover boy of the AFL. I guess playing Gold Coast, probably not going to happen, But AFL owns Gold Coast, so whatever. He's very good, and how does he get worse? What? Because I saw something saying his shoulder's better than it's ever been. Like he had a nagging injury before his big injury. So having this surgery actually helped a lot. But yeah, I think Rowell just goes... I'm probably going to jinx it saying this, but I think he's going to end up here, top 5. I think he's the new McRae type of player where he's consistently over 120 a game. I know it's his second year. I am overrating him a lot. But goddamn, Rowell's good. I think There's a reason it's 75%, right? But yeah, I'm starting him. It's up to you if you want to start him, but I think start him. Do it. And the midfield got better. He never played with Rankin in the team, and I think Rankin really helps Raul. Drifting forward type of thing that Rankin does helps Raul a lot. Gives him a good, reliable tucks. I'm gonna be honest, Ben King just ain't it, bro. I've seen him miss a lot of very easy kicks, a lot of very easy marks. He's dropped a lot. But yeah, I think Joe Simpkin here. This is like when I didn't have Raul in the team. I just, making up a team, seeing what was happening. I didn't have Raul, I had Simpkin. There's only a 4K difference. I think Simpkin could have the same year he did last year, where he kind of came out of nowhere. He got injured with the ankle, right? And he was just never the same after it. That's when his scores dropped, after the ankle. I think he was actually dealing with an injury before the ankle, but, I guess they don't allow everything out of the North Melbourne camp. But I think North's actually a pretty exciting team this year. Will they be that good? I don't know, but I think for the years to come, they'll be pretty exciting to watch, to see like them grow. Like, same way Carlton has like been shit for however long I've been alive for. But it's good to see them getting better, like the Knicks in basketball, right? The Knicks still aren't getting better, but I think Simpkin's a good pick. But don't start him over Raul. I think just start Raul. And number 5, this is my like pod player. I actually want to see his ownership. Jackson Hately, 38%. Alright, so it's not a pod. Never mind. I thought it would be. Damn it. There's too many people that like Supercoach. I think that Hately was, in the games he played at GWS, which was like one of the most stacked midfields in the AFL, he played really good. Like, he was, I'd say he'd outshine Cogs in a lot of those games. But yeah, I think Hately's really good. Going to Adelaide, he kind of, and since he's big-bodied, I think he feels that Brad Crouch role. Brad Crouch has pretty good scores in Supercoach. Like, last year he sucked, but like a normal, Supercoach year, he's good for maybe like 130 a year type of thing. I think Hately is a safe pick, and seeing it was 38%, it's not like, oh, the pod didn't work and now the season's gone. I think it's a alright pick. If it doesn't work, you just bring in a fourth rookie. Damn. Oh shit, a fourth rookie. I don't even know who rookies are this year. Right. But yeah, Hately's not too bad, right? I think he gets the recognition he deserves this year for being a legitimate good player that GWS just let get away. I guess now we're up to the rookies. So, defensive rookies. There he is, Denver Granger Barras. I think he plays. Sicily's out. Who's the other guy? Will Day. Will Day's not irreplaceable. I don't know anything about these rookies besides one. Actually, I'm going to pick him right now. And I think everyone should pick him. It's a good story. Kid from the western suburbs on North Melbourne. I know his brother, so I'm picking him. I actually do think he gets to play a game this year, and I think if he does play a game, pick him, because he's very talented. I've seen highlights, and I've seen a lot of him. He's very talented. But that would just be a bench pick most of the year. Will Gold is... it's not Gold, but like I don't actually know the pronunciation, but I know it's not Gold. But that's just what I got to say for now. Apparently the reason he didn't play last year was because he was out of shape. Apparently he slimmed down this year. He worked on kicking. I think there's a good chance he plays. He definitely play in the JLT. I guarantee he plays JLT. Round 1 is a chance, I guess. But yeah, it's just rookies. You have to take a shot in the dark with them. And then I've also got Nicholas Cox in the team. He's just there. I mean, Essendon need players this year. Everyone left, and then everyone that stayed wants to leave, so it's whatever. Here, what did I have? I think I just picked a 102k player, just someone. Sure, why not? You go with you, and I don't know any of these dudes. All right, I haven't. I should read up on rookies. Probably going to. Probably like my weekly thing. I'll read up on some rookies. Midfield. The guy that's definitely going to play, like, probably the most surefire bet out of the rookies is Will Phillips. I've heard nothing but good things and good articles about him as well. He's going to play round one. The North midfield is not hard to crack into, right? It's what Dumont, Jed Anderson, Higgins. No, Higgins left. There's a lot of empty room there, right? He can get a game for sure. I'd say Elijah Hollins should get a game, at least a game. I don't know if he will he get his main role. I think he's an inside mid, is what I read. I don't know if he gets his role. Took Miller, Rowell. Does Sexton play mid? No. I don't know. I haven't watched footy in 12 months. But yeah. Whatever. I'll change it later. And I put Hutchins in the forwards, didn't I? I don't. I know who I picked. Is he there? No, there he is. Cockatoo. Kind of news that broke early. He's a good chance for round one, whatever that means. It means he's going to play round one. I think it's just Brisbane need forwards that can actually kick a football and kick it almost straight enough to go for the goal. Let's see who we got here. Man, no one here is like crazy. Yeah, I did have Hutchins in here. I think he makes his way back into the team. I only have like one 10-second memory of him, and it was like a pretty good play. He like got around someone. If he plays, he plays. If he doesn't, then I'll just trade him out for someone else. Archie Perkins, again, just an Eston player. Means nothing really. I also had. Now here's the thing. Phil, him, is a key forward, and so is Logan McDonald. Both of them, and they should play. Is Tex really that good that you can't play a rookie over him? Like, Tex is not. Oh, Texas Ranger, Tex Walker. He's not that anymore. Come on. I'd actually borderline say he's one of the worst forwards in the AFL. I think I went McDonald just because, like, Sydney suck. I think Adelaide suck, but not as bad as Sydney. And then who else is here? I think MP. I was talking to a couple of mates yesterday. MP's not the worst pick here. If he I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe not. Whatever, right? I need another player. Come on. Ugo Hagen, I don't actually know if he plays. He was the number one pick, and they made a big hype. They went crazy for he's the second generation forward type of thing. But I don't know if he actually plays. I think they really love their Josh Bruce over in Footscray. I think he should play. I think Josh Bruce is just bad at football. But yeah, whatever. Can I just pick someone? Sure, Barry O'Connor. Probably not going to play, but I need someone in there, and it just shores up the money, right? Actually, it can't be Barry O'Connor. How did I make this work? Did I not have you? Something. Damn it, I hate this. Probably going to skip to when I figure this out, right? Alright, so I just filled in some rookies. I mean, do any of these dudes play? Probably not. I'll just pick someone. I just like having not 102k players in. So like that gives me just like a more accurate view. So like I don't have 102 everywhere. And then I can fit like more players on the field. Yeah, it just makes it more accurate, I guess. But yeah, that's the first team. Save that. All right, there we go. Yeah, I kind of explained all the picks, right? I'd say the pick I'm most worried about is actually Dunkley, honestly. I think Sidebomb should be fine. Marshall should be fine. Midfield really should be fine. I guess Haitley, it's between Dunkley and Haitley. I think Haitley is actually safer than Dunkley. If Dunkley goes full forward, like full on only forward, but like it's his contract year. Yeah, it is, yeah. Contract year. He said he wanted to leave. They kept him. They kind of like convinced him. That could go two ways. They could either go, you want to leave? All right, go play forward. We're going to make you hate your time here. Or they go, oh, please don't leave. Play all your time midfield. And I don't know with that situation. It's too hard to kind of estimate. But yeah, this video has gone on long enough. It's 35 minutes right now. Let me know who you guys are picking. Who do you think's like the most interesting pick this year? Do you have any like problems with who I picked? Oh, why'd you pick so and so type of thing? I'm fine with talking about that. I actually find it pretty entertaining to talk about Supercoach. But yeah, till then, I'll see you all next time. Probably like after the JLT, one round. But yeah, tasty out.